Yo, what is going on, you slackers? I am your host, Slackerz Gaming, bringing you another Rate Their Chances video, and today's video is actually a pretty cool one. So real quick, if you haven't seen the series yet, Rate Their Chances is basically me going over a specific character in each video. I'll be giving pros, I'll be giving cons, and then at the end I'll give a rating 0 to 100% in which I believe the character does have for the chance to become playable in the upcoming Super Smash Brothers video game. There we go. Yeah, corrected it kind of. But yeah, so with that being said, let's jump into today's video. And of course, as you can see on screen, today's character of interest is Eevee. Now, with every past Smash Bros. Game, we've always gotten a new representation from the Pokemon series. And with the new Smash game on the horizon, it doesn't figure to be any different, with Gen 7 just behind us and Gen 8 coming up next year in 2019, most likely. And plus, well, we got the new Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee titles coming out, what is it, November 16th of 2018. So that's in, what, 4, 5, 6 months, something like that. So that'll be pretty interesting to see what happens with that. Pokemon on the Switch, going to be cool, but that's a totally different topic. Today we're here to discuss Eevee. Now, of course, we always got to go over pros and cons. And first things first, start with the pros. Now, Eevee is pretty much considered like a mascot, maybe co-mascot for Pokemon Company. So in terms of popularity, people know Eevee. You know, if you play Pokemon, you understand who this character is. You understand the potential that this character could have. Now, Eevee has already made an appearance in Super Smash Bros. In the Pokeball Pokemon form. Throw it out, and I believe it does like a tackle or takedown or something to that effect. So it's cool. Eevee's already in the game. But that brings up a point that I want to make. I just made a video on this the other day about potential assist trophy characters that could get the little Mac treatment, what I call promotion. Basically go from, kind of like a side character, if that makes sense, to an actual playable character in the game. Now you could apply that with Pokemon as well. And I think Eevee would definitely be at the top of that list with the popularity Eevee has. Everybody knows who it is. The moveset potential is there. I mean, coming from, well, Pokemon series, the moveset potential is already made for practically every Pokemon. Am I right? Just coming up with moves and then just figuring out how to implement them into a moveset for Smash. Pretty simple, I think, for any Pokemon. But moveset potential is there. But back to the promotion idea is absolutely possible with Eevee already being in the game, the popularity being there. Just big pros, big pros. Now, one thing I want to go over with real quick, which I really feel is a strong pro. Now, like I was just mentioning, moveset potential for Pokemon is absolutely big. I mean, it checks off quite a few boxes. Well, I guess just one major box. The moveset box. Can you create a moveset for a character? In this case, with all Pokemon, yes. Eevee now, I was discussing this with a viewer in the comments section last week, and I started going over the thought. I mean, I've heard of the thought of Eevee being in Smash Bros. As a playable character in the past, but then the idea was brought up, how about as a down B or down special, like sort of how Zelda used to transform into Sheik, Eevee could evolve into each of its evolutions. I thought that was incredibly, so cool. I mean, your neutral B, Vaporeon could do like Water Gun or Bubble, something like that. Jolteon could have Thundershock, Flareon Flamethrower, Espeon Psychic or something, Umbreon Shadow Ball. I mean, there's so many awesome potential ideas for Eevee with the moveset and evolving, and it could be kind of similar to how Pokemon Trainer went. It would go Squirtle, Ivysaur, Charizard. Well, you could just pretty much go from Gen 1 through Gen 7. So, start with Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon, Espeon, Umbreon, Glaceon, Leafeon, and then Sylveon. I think that would be so cool for a character. That would make Eevee one of the most unique characters in the entire game of Smash. Now, I get that's 8 different characters? That's a lot. Not 9, actually, if you count Eevee itself. Oh, that's a lot of characters in one. but they could have a lot of similarities in their moveset. Maybe they could all have some sort of like a tackle or takedown, something like that. I didn't come up with a full move set, but I just thought that would be a crazy idea for Eevee to actually get, the possibility of evolving into each evolution. Just thought that'd be so cool. That'd be so cool. But I wanted to bring that up. Now I got to move on to the cons before I get wrapped up in this move set idea for Eevee. But really the only big con I could come up with for Eevee was, would Gen 7 or potentially Gen 8, get more attention from Sakurai when trying to come up with a new Pokemon to represent, Pokemon in the upcoming Smash game? Now, we've all heard, characters like Decidueye or Mimikyu or Lycanroc, maybe like Tapu Koko. There's quite a bit from Gen 7, Incineroar. I could keep going for a little bit longer, but I won't. There's potentially more popular, or maybe not popular, it's not the right term, but more, I guess just Gen 7 in general. Would Gen 7 or Gen 8 really take effect and really, start weighing on the mind of Sakurai when coming up with a new Pokemon character? And it's just like, what does Sakurai really want to do with the next Pokemon character? If there is indeed a new playable character, most likely there will be, but what is he going to look for? Is he going to look to the future for the upcoming Gen 8, which more than likely, if there was a Gen 8 Pokemon, I'm going to guess that would be DLC. That would be my guess. So more than likely, it's going to be a Gen 7 Pokemon, and like I listed earlier, Decidueye, Incineroar, Mimikyu, Lycanroc, those kind. They might have a little bit of an edge over Eevee, but there was just a recent interview. I think it was Junichi Masuda who said that Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee have been in development for over 2 years. So there is that possibility that Sakurai did know about this, and he knew that Nintendo was going to start pushing Eevee, and he decided, hey, let's go with Eevee, and maybe he does go with the evolution idea. I don't know. They'll just make Eevee so unique. But I gotta reel myself back in here real quick, because as I'm thinking of all this stuff, this would be incredible. So incredible to see Eevee is playable with all the different evolutions. But I gotta give my opinion now. I really do think Eevee has a chance, but maybe not as big of a chance. I mean, I'm only gonna go like 35%, honestly. It depends on, how Nintendo wanted to push, or what Pokemon Nintendo wanted to push. Did they want to push Gen 7? Did they really want to push Eevee into Smash? Are they going to say, hey, wait for DLC and get a Gen 8 Pokemon in there eventually? I think that one argument is a really big one. At least I think so. Maybe you guys don't think it's that big of a deal, but I really do. I don't know, but what I say, 35%. I see other Pokemon more likely than Eevee. But then again, if Eevee got in, I wouldn't be surprised at all. I really wouldn't. But definitely on the lower side here at 35%. Again, let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. I love reading them. I do reply to as many as I can. But I guess with that being said, this one is coming to an end. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. And hopefully you guys enjoyed, and hopefully we'll catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.